Hi there. Sometimes it's not because you are lazy or you are not grateful, but it's mostly because you are not paying attention to the notification from your emotions. Welcome to Streams of Emotions. My name is Moses. You can call me Mo for short, and I'm really glad you are here with me again. Today, I just want to start with a story from someone that I know. I'll be referring to the person as Sarah. And Sarah, from the outside, she's doing very well. She has good job that pays her good money. She has roof over her head. She drives to work. She's able to pay her bills. She has some good friends around her, and life seems to be good with her. And Sarah has been living this kind of life for a while, but somewhere along the line, around after a year and a half of working, she realized something seemed a bit off her life. She usually woke up tired, not willing to go to work. I'm not talking about those tiredness that we have that we sometimes hit the snooze from our phone or 10 minutes later so that we can get back to work. No, not that kind of tiredness. She really had a dread not to go to work at all. She wasn't enjoying what she was doing. She felt something was missing. She didn't actually know what was wrong with her, but she ignored it and said, oh, possibly she's just being lazy. You have to work for money. So she thought of that. And at a point, she thought, oh, she's being ungrateful. Many people would have want to be in her position. So she thought she was being ungrateful. And she ignored those emotions. But somewhere along the line, sometimes this feeling comes and it goes. This routine kept happening over and over again. So at a point in her life, she also realized that the things she had interest in, the things that made her, she's losing interest in all those things, and she's gradually withdrawing from people and the things she used to do. Sarah decided to talk to a friend that she believes knows a bit on the subject of emotions. So, as Sarah spoke with a friend, the friend asked her a question. And this was the question: if this heaviness you feel every morning or you've been having periodically has a voice, what do you think it is trying to tell you? And this is the question that Sarah was asked, and Sarah laughed at the question because feelings don't have a voice. Feelings can't talk. She just snubbed the question and said, "Oh, those feelings are just disturbing her peace. They are just taking away her joy, and it's just uncomfortable to her because feelings they can't speak." Well, the friend insisted and asked her, "What do you think these feelings is trying to communicate with you?" Sarah sat quietly and began to ask herself what those heaviness might meant to her. After some moments of thinking, she realized that no, she's pretending everything is okay with her, but that's not the case. She felt trapped in her work. And though money is important to her, she found out that she's not having any satisfaction or meaningful contribution at the workplace. It has become more of a routine. She's feeling that something she can do something better or something more useful than just going to work. These were some of the thoughts that began to occur to Sarah, which means Sarah now began to give attention to the notification of her emotions. You see, most of us, or some of us, may have this similar story to Sarah. Mostly you're having a particular kind of feeling and you are ignoring it over and over again, but it keeps popping up. And the question is, are you reading the notification or the message from your emotions, or you are just swiping it away? Which one are you doing? Emotions are signals that convey information about our safety, our values, our relationship, about things that we need to do or need to give it attention. So whatever that happens, emotion, we don't have to suppress our emotions by seeing them as problems. No, they are all notification or messages that needs our attention. So your feelings aren't random. They are messages. But are you really listening to it? Usually, there are people that they are generally known as helpers. They are there to help everyone. They are there to assist people when they need them. They plan birthdays, they organize gatherings, they remember people events in people's life. They are there for people. If you need someone to call on, you know that when you call that person, you can get, that person right away. But at a point, if you are that particular person, you realize that sometimes you may say things like, "Oh, I need to disappear for a week," or I just need a break," and you think it's just a passing by thought. No, those feelings that you are having or those thoughts that you are having, they are all containing a data and information that you need to decode. Maybe you feel you need to be more appreciated. You feel you need help. For others to help you with the things you do. So let's say if you're a person helping at home, maybe someone need to do a bit of the cooking so that you can do a bit of the washing of utensils and those kind of things. You need help. So it's your emotions, those uncomfortable feelings that you are having from the usual things that you used to enjoy to do to help people. It's just telling you that no, this time round you need help. That is what emotion is communicating. The point is, your resentment is often the love inside of you saying, I can't keep on carrying this alone. I need help. That is the main point. And this area is mostly addressed by Susan Davis and her idea on emotional agility. She has a book on emotional agility. And this is what she says that it's very necessary for us to notify our feeling, to name the feeling, and choose a response in line with that feeling. So, you have to acknowledge that you are feeling a resentment, you are feeling that something is wrong, and then you name the feeling. Okay, so we've named it as resentment, and then what is it? What can you do about the feeling? That is the response thereof. Susan Davis talks a bit more about this subject of emotions, and she said that emotions are data, not directives. This is very important because emotions are not pointless. They are not always right about the outside world, but they are always trying to tell you something. I hope you can get this really clear because emotion might not be right about the outside world, but they are always telling you something. They are always directing your attention to something. They are always calling for something that you need to do. Let me give you another typical example. Let's say that you are checking on Instagram or your WhatsApp status, or you even check on TikTok, and you realize that your friend is launching a business, they are traveling, they are having good pictures, they seem to be having a happy life, and they seem to be enjoying their dreams. Possibly they discussed those things with you some time ago, and they seem to be living their dreams. And immediately you saw that, you became jealous and you felt uncomfortable. Sometimes the right away response we handle this situation is that we begin to criticize ourselves. Hey, why am I jealous at my friend? I'm supposed to be a good person. Why am I jealous? Why am I not happy for the person? Yes, those thoughts are good. You shouldn't be jealous about your friend. But that emotion of jealousy is containing an information that needs your attention. So we need to make room for those kind of difficult emotions, as emphasized by Susan David. But she also said that we also need to move a step further and ask, what is this jealousy communicating? Possibly it's telling you that, oh, it's about time you also grow. You can do something better than your present life. You have the potential. If your friend has done it, you also can do it. It's telling you that, no, don't ignore your dreams. You can leave it. It's reminding you that there is a change you need to effect in your life because there are better things ahead of you. That is what the emotion is trying to communicate with you. So the jealousy is trying to tell you that there is something better that you can do. It doesn't mean that you don't like your friend, or it doesn't mean that you don't wish well for your friend, or you are envious of your friend just like that. No, it is communicating to you that there is something that you can do that can make your life better. In conclusion, this is what I'm communicating all along. Emotions carries a message. Every emotion you have had, they carry a message. It's up to you to decode it and decide on what to do with it. Emotions aren't enemies, no. They are notifications that remind us of something that needs our attention, something that needs healing, or something that needs to change. Regarding Sarah's situation, when she began to give attention to her emotion, she eventually effected small changes that led her to change her job, and she had a meaningful life. She felt better, and those kind of irritation that she had all went away. Thank you for joining me on Streams of Emotions. Until next time, learn about your emotions, listen to them, and use them productively instead of allowing them to manipulate you. Have a wonderful time.